Wrestling!
And welcome to the podcast of wrestling that you know and love, Kipping Up with Wrestling, episode 19. Recorded today, this is April 12th, despite the fact that our show notes say March 29th, 2018. I can't really complain, though, because I didn't put a gosh darn thing into the show notes, so I'm just going to let it go.
You know, selling me.
Yeah, I apologize. Thanks for joining us, everybody. And all our links to all our junk are in the show notes. And if you don't know, just look for Kipping Up on your favorite social media. That's us. And because we put it on everything. Anyway, let's get this show in the ring. Today we have Jason.
Hey.
Hi. Did you enjoy wrestling this week?
It just, it wasn't enough.
Yeah.
Like, there should have been
more
wrestling,
right.
but I enjoyed most of the wrestling, yeah.
That's cool. We also have Zach.
Hello, how's it going?
Great. Zach, did you enjoy wrestling this week?
I wish every weekend was Wrestlemania weekend.
That's
how much I enjoyed it.
Difficult, but
that's
awesome.
True.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, you know it would suck on those like times when like WrestleMania fell on Christmas and you had to do Christmas.
Well, I don't think WrestleMania will fall on Christmas.
No, if he did it every week, he said.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
You think it would take some of the magic away?
In this,
I mean,
I don't think so.
Alternate
it didn't
universe.
take the magic away from because WrestleMania was on Rusev Day this year, so
that's
it
true.
It
It's the first time.
and it didn't take any magic away from anything. I didn't think. I am Shannon. I enjoyed wrestling as well, and Joey is coming.
He's celebrating Rusev Day.
He's celebrating Rusev Day. We respect everyone's holidays. So.
Beliefs here.
Washing his balls.
He does that. Thank God. You know, you guys could take a note.
He did enjoy wrestling this weekend, though. I asked him.
Good.
Okay, good.
Good. We'll put him down. We'll mark him down. Enjoyed.
Enjoyed wrestling. We did not do a preliminary show last week, where we do all of our, guesses as to who's.
But we were right.
We were all 100% right. Just take our word for it.
Yep, everything.
And so that's good. And we were gonna try and squeeze time in Friday night or Saturday morning, but by then everything had already started, and it was like, who's gonna listen to this? Who's this for? Nobody.
Right.
I'm bummed people missed that we totally predicted Nicholas.
Yeah.
Did you?
Yes.
Yeah, we did.
Well, yeah,
yep,
100%.
Yep.
Man.
Yep.
Wow.
Yeah.
Like you knew it was gonna be that kid.
Nicholas. Yes.
That's amazing.
I had a thought.
We had some amazing.
So Jason did pick him up on his fantasy team.
Yes.
Yeah, I tried to, but that didn't go through.
Yeah. That's good because he's our. In case you don't know, the tag team championship did go to Braun Strowman and a little boy named Nicholas during WrestleMania, and who he picked out of the crowd at random.
Yeah, he's a ref's kid.
He's one of the refs' kids. But they had to relinquish the titles because
some scheduling difficulties.
Sadly,
being
he's
in
the
fourth grade, he has some scheduling issues, so can't really
big math
keep up.
test this week.
Can't keep up with the travel, so stupid kids.
That kid fucks now, though.
That kid, he might do that. I guess. I don't know.
Can you say that, Shannon?
I don't know. I'll work on it. You know what? I'll work on being a better person and trying to say that.
Yeah.
Trying to understand that a child has sexuality.
Ugh. That'll be it this week, folks. For Kipping Up with Wrestling.
And forever.
Forever. So we have been sued immediately.
So this our biggest fan base is pedophiles, so it all works out.
That's work. Yep.
Let's see. WWE
Jesus
General News. Mania. Let's talk about our thoughts. Overall, it was fine.
It's a great first half.
Yeah, the first half it was shaping up to be amazing, and then it kind of fell flat. After the Rousey match, I was kind of everything from the Rousey match kind of went down.
Yeah,
the Rousey match. Let's talk about the Rousey match. I was
amazing,
super surprised at how well it was done. Like she did amazing. Stephanie botched.
She has been practicing that match. Yeah. But she has been practicing that match for a month. It doesn't even matter. That was amazing. That was easily the best match on the card. And it was with Stephanie McMahon and Ronda Rousey. And that was her first ever match. That's insane.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was really good. Crowd was behind her. I really don't have any flaws with the match at all. Maybe Kurt was a little sluggish, but that's about it. But yeah, I'm talking about nitpicking at this point because it was a really, really great debut.
The timing was all good. Ronda's facial expressions were great. Stephanie was actually really good in the match. I don't know, just everything about it worked. Like right when Ronda got in the ring, the first thing she did was that clothesline and like tuck and rolled out of it. I was like, oh shit, she's ready to go.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the storytelling of that match was, and I agree. I think it was the best. I don't know if it was like the best technical match, but overall, it was the most fun.
I agree. I think the best technical match might have been Charlotte Asuka on the
Wrestlemania card. I would say it's amazing that it wasn't Shinsuke and AJ, but yeah, I agree. That match kind of was.
AJ was lackluster in my opinion, but let's focus.
It was good.
It was lackluster. I didn't say it was bad, but the Charlotte Flair and Asuka match was really good. I thought they did a great job.
Yeah, it really was.
Shocking ending.
Yeah, I don't like the finish, especially now after Carmella cash, and we'll get to that later. But now it's like pointless that she beat the undefeated Asuka.
I don't think so because it's going to this is going to go to I would assume a Ronda Charlotte match.
Probably.
And I would assume that they would think Ronda and Charlotte is more marketable than Ronda Asuka for whatever reason.
I think I'm just salty because I have Asuka on my fantasy team.
Yeah,
that might. That
might.
Well, you want to talk about salty? I had Roman Reigns.
You got to keep your fantasy biases out of our podcast, sirs.
That's true. I know. It's impossible not to.
But Asuka, really. I kind of felt like they wanted to get that out of the way. It was a story problem at this point.
Yeah, I think she just should have won the title before, because then it would have been a bigger deal when somebody knocked her off to win the title and the undefeated streak.
Yeah.
But I understand why they did it.
I still wanted Ember Moon to be the one to beat her.
Same here.
What was that?
I said this before, I wanted a long story where Asuka was just undefeated. Ember came up and debuted, and she finally knocked her off after coming so close multiple times at NXT.
I kind of would have thought they would have given her the title, pushed her, and had Ronda knock her off.
Maybe, yeah.
Yeah, true. I feel like they might have been scared that
people don't know
got some resentment from Ronda. Like, the fans might have turned on Ronda if she came in and wasn't a real wrestler and beat Asuka. So,
I mean, like, have Asuka win it at WrestleMania and then have it be like SummerSlam when Ronda, you know what I mean? Give us some time. And then, then have her win it or something like that. But,
I think they still think the Charlotte Ronda match is more marketable.
And it probably is, realistically, yeah.
I'm not sure that the WWE... I think the WWE Universe likes Asuka, but I don't know if they love her like the NXT fan base did yet.
Right.
That's a lot of wrestlers who come up.
Yeah. Like you were saying, Ember Moon, you have this knowledge of her from your love of NXT because you watch it every week, but not a lot of people do.
No, but they could explore that, and then when she beat her, that would make her super legit. But it's over. I knew they weren't going to do it. I
still think they would have reserved that for either like Asuka or Charlotte, though.
I do too. I didn't think it was ever going to happen. That's what I wanted.
Yeah. There was oh my god, the most. Okay, one, like, I don't even know which is the bigger disappointment here. This is, like, really a contender here. Usos, New Day, Bludgeon Brothers, and the Bludgeon Brothers won.
It wasn't even so much that. That match I watched it twice, and I don't remember any of it.
No, it's
I can't
boring.
think of anything.
And it was in a bad spot, but still.
Yeah, wasn't it right after Rousey?
Yeah, I think
it wasn't a bad spot, but you also have Usos and New Day, and they couldn't
Should have been great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It kind of ended abruptly too, because I don't know it was just over.
It was quick.
Yeah. I feel bad for Luke Harper because I really like him, but I don't like Bludgeon Brothers. I don't know how that works, but that's how it is. And
because we're not. You and me aren't super impressed with Eric Rowan.
Maybe
I have Luke Harper on my fantasy team.
No, we're not supposed to talk about that anymore.
No, you can talk about it. You just can't let it be a bias in your
Actually, I like the Bludgeon Brothers though. Like, nothing to do with that. I do like the Bludgeon Brothers. I don't like how they worked in this situation though.
Do you like when they come out every time and it looks like they're going to kiss each other?
After Shannon pointed that out, I can't not think of it.
Yeah.
I'm just like, they're about to do it. One of these
the grandest stage of them all.
Good for you guys.
Start going at it for like 30 seconds.
Show your love. They're
French kissing.
Instead of the golden lovers or the crimson lovers, I don't know.
I think Brothers to a whole new meaning, though. They start making out.
I'm just disappointed
Zing.
you have so much tag team talent that's being buried. The Revival or
Yeah.
Anderson and
Anderson and Gallows.
Yeah, like
Breezango.
I love Breezango, and they're getting nothing. But I mean, I kind of have accepted that they're getting nothing at this point.
Yeah, but it still hurts.
Tyler Breeze is so good. Yeah,
he is. He's such an underrated worker, and he's one that I've seen other wrestlers talk about being like he's one of the best in the ring.
Yeah,
but he never gets a chance to shine unless you go back and look at NXT.
So that's one of my big disappointments. Let's talk about another massive disappointment. The Randy Orton versus Bobby Roode versus Jinder Mahal. Bob Roode versus Rusev match.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't really remember anything from that match besides all the RKOs.
Yeah, and
Jinder wins.
Jinder pinning Rusev on Rusev Day.
That's unreal. Day. Like, God. No heart, man.
And Rusev's so over. Like, just doesn't... I thought maybe they would pull the trigger there since they added him late and all this, but no, he was just there to take the pin.
I was ticked because on Raw then, Randy Orton won, and we're going to get stupid Jinder Mahal and Randy combo... What? Yeah. Oh, it was on SmackDown.
We just had that last year.
I know. That was there's no way they're going to do that again. Yeah.
Nobody cared last year. I don't understand why they're doing this.
It amazes me that they're going that route again.
Like anything else, please. And so I'm a little ticked about that matchup, and especially because Rusev's not involved at all. And I tweeted that off of our Twitter account at Kipping Up, and another wrestling podcast responded. Their theory seemed to be that it's because WWE knows Rusev is over. He's so over, he doesn't need a title, so they're not bothering with it. It's like, well, that's a great way to...
They have a history of doing that.
That's a great way to show your talent. Yeah.
And they kill the momentum, and then they say, well, they're not over.
Especially when Rusev did it all on his own. Like, they didn't give him a bunch of cool time.
And maybe that's part of it. It's not their creation, so they don't...
Just this one comment, it just took off. But maybe you embrace something that's easy,
Well, did you guys see, and I think it's in the notes later, but I might as well talk about it now, how originally they announced for the Middle Eastern show it was Rusev versus Undertaker in a casket match? And Rusev tweeted something like, well, I'm getting buried, or something like that. And then they just changed it today to Undertaker versus Jericho.
Which I am pumped about.
Well, that's pretty awesome. But
it's like, I did want to see Rusev, and they announced Jericho. I'm like, this sucks for Rusev, but that's fucking sweet.
Yeah, sorry, Rusev. It's Jericho.
Yeah, he said, bury me softly, brother, when retweeting Undertaker will battle Rusev.
Let's see.
Poor Rusev. And then his another tweet is, life is life. It will be Rusev Day somewhere. I don't like sad Rusev. I like happy Rusev. I don't like
sad Rusev either.
One compliment I will give Jinder, though, on that match. He has finally got his finisher down. His finisher looks a lot better.
Good. I'm glad he finally can
Which
hit
is
that.
He's already been a champion.
Thank
God he's got that down.
Damn finisher.
Jesus.
I like Jinder. I don't like him on the mic or in the ring.
I like him. I think he's a
nice guy.
A nice guy. Yeah, it's
got a great intro.
Yeah, his intro's fantastic. I don't have any problem with him personally.
I've tried to like his
I did at first. I really tried to, and I was all on board with "Don't hinder the Jinder" because it was fun to say. But
people like to say fun things.
I do like to say fun things, but
me too.
But now I don't like him. So, what were your thoughts on this Cena versus Undertaker?
I thought it was. I mean, it was how long the show was going, and I thought it was cool that he was out there in the crowd. I think that's exactly what you had to do given the build up, and it Undertaker looked okay, and you didn't have him do much.
He didn't look his ring work wasn't the best, but he looked good. As the Undertaker, he looked good. He
looked better than last year against Roman.
Yeah,
that was such a sloppy match.
Yeah.
And Elias got so much heat when he came out. That was so fun.
Yeah, I was okay with that whole thing.
Yeah, I was watching with a bunch of fans. I mean, a bunch of my friends that aren't huge wrestling fans. They know who some of the people are. They didn't know who Elias was, but they were loving him, just cracking up.
Cool.
He was just being an asshole.
Yeah, he's good at that. What'd you think of?
Yep, it was amazing.
Alexa Bliss versus Nia, and Nia winning.
It went
that
too
whatever,
long.
championship.
Yeah.
I was glad Nia won.
I was glad Nia won. I
Mhm.
thought that storyline was kind of interesting. It seemed a little kind of mushed together. Like their storyline went really fast, I thought. You know what I
Well,
mean?
I think
Yeah.
that storyline is pretty much exactly what they should have done with Sasha and Bailey. Just replace Alexa
yeah,
with
actually,
Sasha.
yeah, totally.
But
They might
the
still
match
do
was
that,
it was late in the show. Was that like next to the last match or?
Yeah, it might have been right before the Braun match.
Yeah. Okay.
Or right
yeah.
after. I'm not sure.
So I was like, okay, like I wanted it. It was I was okay with her winning, but the match went a little too long.
Mm-hmm.
What did you think? Speaking of the Braun, what are your thoughts? I listened to Stone Cold Steve Austin and it's Austin. Oh my gosh, my tongue is. Bleh.
All
and
of
then
them.
yeah, all of the guys. And I listened to like kind of just another podcast about that match, Cesaro Sheamus versus Braun Strowman and Nicholas. One point of view was that it's just awesome, fun, so good. Another point of view was how insulting to amazing talent. Not just like first of all, Cesaro and Sheamus, who are really talented, but also then every single other tag team in the WWE.
Agree with that.
I agree with both those. I thought it was fun,
I think it's
but also
yeah.
I
I'm in the
knew
middle of
going
the
up
road
like
here.
if it's him versus them, you know, Braun's winning this no matter what.
Mm-hmm.
And I kind of hoped that he had a partner just because I felt really bad for Cesaro and Sheamus.
Mm-hmm.
But also too like every other tag team on the card then, because that's your champion.
Yeah, no, any team would have been beaten.
Yeah.
New Day would have been beaten by him. It just you knew they set that up to get Braun over.
Right.
So I mean, I thought it was cute with
But
Nicholas, and I thought that part was well done. Like him, just Braun telling him like, just go stand over there, I'll handle the rest, or whatever was cool. But yeah, I felt
I
bad.
did like that whole. I enjoyed the fun of it, but then when I stepped back and thought about it, like then it's like, you know, like was the cost really worth it? I mean, you know, I don't know. It's something to think about, I guess. I don't know how you feel about it either way. I'm interested to know what our listeners think about it, so let us know. And we had The Miz versus Seth Rollins and Finn Balor.
Oh, that was great. That might have been my favorite match. Like,
Yeah.
I might have enjoyed that more than Asuka Charlotte. And the crowd was so hot out of the gate, and seeing Seth curb stomp a guy onto another guy was really cool.
And
he had the White Walker contact lenses in.
Yeah.
That was so weird. I'm like, what is that?
I was like, that's not his real eye color.
Can't fool you, Jason.
Correct.
Yeah, he did. He pointed that out for the room. We had some folks over, and he let him know. I think that. Oh no! Wait, there's this one more. I slept through. Yes, I slept through. And had to go back and rewatch it, and I wish I had just slept through it again. The Brock Lesnar versus Roman Reigns match, which was 5 of the F whatevers.
5 or 6 at 5.
I think it was
the big
5
thing
of
was,
5.
Oh, yeah. So
and like 3
so what I
spears,
noticed most in that
and
match,
that was the match.
Yeah. And no one has kicked out of the F5 in forever. And all accounts was that was supposed to be the big deal. Roman kick out of the F5. No, no one in recent memory has done it. And he did, and the crowd just didn't care.
So
like,
nobody cares about
So they did it again, and they didn't care. And he did it again, and we didn't care.
response.
And we did it again, and we didn't care.
They kept not caring.
It's like a detriment to WrestleMania, though, because you could have a great show, and if a main event's not up par, it can ruin it. And Roman Reigns has been in 4 straight main events at WrestleMania, and just nobody cares.
No, the only one I really remember is the one where Seth cashed in.
Exactly, because Rollins came in and cashes Money in the Bank in, and that's the only reason people remember.
It was the heist of the century.
Yeah, the only thing I'm surprised about
on the grandest stage of them all
is that Brock won. That was the only surprise, really, and I still don't understand why. I don't.
Because Roman Reigns is going to win in Saudi Arabia in front of a crowd that doesn't hate his guts.
Yeah, the Saudi Arabia crowds, they cheer the good guys and they boo the bad guys.
Well, that's good, I guess.
So, and Roman is very popular there. So they will, I think, he's going to be fighting Brock again there, and he'll win.
There's the whole rumor that Brock got pissed off, went off script at the end of the match, and then Vince was pissed off And then Brock went back and yelled at Vince, and Shane got all pissed
supposedly
off.
Brock was upset with the crowd reaction.
Yeah, and
Which
so
I kind of don't blame him. Like, what are you
no
doing
one
to me
knows
out there?
specifically like what off script was. People speculate it was the busting open.
I don't think so.
Of Roman, but it's
Yeah.
speculate. No one knows what it is, though. So everyone's just guessing and talking about whatever.
I
it is.
feel like that was
But-
planned because it was supposed to almost be like the Stone Cold Bret Hart match where,
But when he
even though he lost, he was fighting.
Yeah.
But when he bust people, okay, one, Roman Reigns wasn't fighting. He did a couple spears, and then he laid around the ring and got thrown around like a rag doll. He didn't do anything. He didn't do anything to endear me to him, to make me feel like he's really putting out all these wrestling moves and struggling. He just was a rag doll for Brock to throw around, which is why the match was boring. No matter what, you can't just rely on that kick out to be the pinnacle when you've done nothing else. And I mean, Roman Reigns is really good at laying around the ring, waiting for someone to throw him around and get beat up. And I think that's a terrible angle.
I agree.
It's incredibly boring. But also, too, Brock needs to stop busting people open because he's too good at it. And that's like with Randy, it was too much blood. This was just too much blood. I'm fine with color, but this was gross.
It was gross. It was uncomfortable.
And Randy's was gross too. There's a limit, you know. I heard. I don't even remember what podcast I was listening to, but they said, you know, I know WWE's like anti-blading, but with blading you can do controlled cutting and you don't have this mess.
Right.
You know.
Right. Yeah.
Because you hit someone with a hard elbow, they're just going to leak out. It's not like blading where you get like a little slit and it mixes in with all your sweat and you kind of just like looks like it's running.
It gets gross.
Yeah. And if you bust someone open like that, you're risking concussion and head injuries, and also too, like it's like you said, it's not controlled, and then I don't know, it's just sloppy. Like what?
It sounds barbaric, but blading is like the best way to do it if you do want to have blood in the match. Like there's no reason to try to grace somebody with an elbow. That's just too risky.
I don't like any planned color. I think if it happens, it happens, but don't just gush someone open intentionally. I think that's stupid, and like that's always my stance on that. But and that was clear, like when he did it to Randy, and then when he did it here, that like you might as well blade like open in front of the crowd because that's what you're doing pretty much. Like this is, you're not even hiding it. But anyway, that's my whole spiel on that. Anyone else want to go over anything about WrestleMania?
The Daniel Bryan match.
Oh yeah. Oh my god.
You guys
Mustafa Ali.
It was all right.
Oh my god.
I felt like it got off to a bad start with getting him stretchered, and Shane had to carry the match for 5-10 minutes.
So boring. Yeah, Shane in there for like the first 5 minutes.
It was like we've waited 3 years. It felt like
care about this. I don't know.
Yeah, like we know he's gonna get up. Let's just get to that part. And then once that part, like it was fun.
Shane needs to stop being in WrestleMania.
Yeah, I agree.
Like there's a lot
Unless he's doing something crazy.
I don't want to see him do anything crazy anymore, though. He's
a
too
one
old.
spot monkey. He you have amazing talent. Let them go in there and do WrestleMania. Like you're taking up places from people who have worked their whole lives to get there, and you're like, nah, I'm gonna be in it. I'm in it again.
Well, and I get that. Like, okay, if people want to see him, then that's not taking up a spot. But I'm like more. I've seen him do everything probably that he can do, and I don't want. I don't know. I don't want to see him. Die. I don't want to see him. Yeah, I don't want to see him die. It seems like he's on borrowed time.
Right. Like when we went to Hell in a Cell, we were there live, and we were up kind of close to the cell. And I remember just seeing him up there, and I was like so anxious. Did not like it, honestly, to see them both up there. Freaked me out.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Shane needs to stop it. Stop doing the crazy stuff and
knock it off.
Knock it off, man.
He's
if
done
you're listening.
His crazy stuff. It's time to stop.
Somebody else killed himself.
Yeah, maybe during a Raw you can show someone up by doing a coast to coast once in a while, but you don't need to be on like the big pay-per-views.
SmackDown.
Maybe, yeah. Oh, yeah. I always forget which brand everyone's on. That's stupid. I don't like branding, by the way. But anyway, I don't like the exclusivity of the brandings. But anyway, the Cedric Alexander versus Mustafa Ali match was really good. I like that.
That was good.
Didn't catch that one. Need to go back and watch it.
Yeah,
we had hockey, so I wasn't.
Oh. Okay.
And the man and women's battle royal were just kind of whatever.
Yeah, I didn't care.
I know that Matt Hardy won, and I really didn't see how they. Yeah, I didn't see how they were on. I love them on Raw this week, honestly.
Oh God, I love that part where Jeff ran into him backstage and he got into the talk. And that, like, rarely does WWE really pull off comedy. And they went back and Finn and Seth are just like, and Jeff's like,
Yeah.
that goes crazy, guy. I thought that was well done.
Yeah, because
I'm interested. I always wanted Bray to be a face, and I'm hoping, and I know it's dumb to hope anything with Bray happens, but could be something cool.
I agree.
Somehow with a Bray, they always get it wrong. I don't know why.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, the Raw then Authors of Pain debuted, and that was cool. Yay, I guess.
So they're ditching Paul Ellering. I like Authors of Pain.
Yeah,
I'm not that big of a fan of Authors of Pain personally, but I'm not anti.
I think they're guys who can work with
I'm
any
not
style.
anti Authors of Pain either. It's just like I kind of feel like you have so many tag teams on the roster that aren't getting any time already. What are you gonna, I don't know what they're gonna do with all these guys now. But in their defense, the Revival has been injured for like a year, so that happens, I guess.
Seems like it.
Yeah.
Adam Rose 2.0 debuted.
Oh also. Yeah, no way, Jose. I don't get that.
Yeah, I think he's gonna flounder, and I hate to say
no,
it.
He's gonna be.
I like him, but he's gonna be
some comic relief that gets buried. He's gonna. Sorry to say it, but he's gonna be a Brazango. Like, just you're funny.
Yeah,
probably.
Yeah.
Yep.
In my opinion, anyway. What else?
Let's talk Takeover.
Yeah. Oh God. Yeah.
That's what that was the best show maybe I've seen ever. Like that was.
There wasn't a bad thing on it. Yeah.
No, everything just hit. Like there were some things that weren't great, but everything's not supposed to be great. You got to bring the crowd down and stuff. But every match had something that you will remember. Everything did.
Yeah.
That ladder match was amazing.
Yeah, that had multiple spots I've never seen before.
Exactly.
Ricochet
was amazing.
Okay, who was in the ladder match? Just for listeners,
in the ladder match was Adam Cole, Ethan Hart,
Baby.
EC3, Ricochet, Lars Sullivan, Killian Dane, and the Velveteen Dream, who has the best elbow drop in the game right now.
There's not a bad person in that mix.
Velveteen's like, what was it, Death Valley Driver onto the ladder?
So good.
Yeah, that was insane.
Yeah. And Ricochet like leaping off the ladder backwards as he's getting tipped over. It was, oh God, yeah.
Like the first thing Ricochet did was that shooting star press off the rope.
Yeah.
Like one of our friends, he's like, who's this guy? And like he just did that. Holy shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Unreal.
If anyone out there listening is not watching NXT, at least watch Takeover that was before WrestleMania this year and enjoy some wrestling, because that pay-per-view is perfect from beginning to end. Takeovers generally are.
I think so
as well. Like
this was, I think, even one of the stronger takeovers.
Yeah.
This could be. It's amazing that they just keep one-upping themselves.
Yeah,
you could argue that this was the best one they've had
yet. I would probably agree with that. Like top to bottom, probably the best.
I'd say too, match to match. Like if you combine like how many great matches for Takeover versus the quality matches for WrestleMania, I think Takeover won.
Oh,
even with only 5 matches,
yes.
Still won.
It was the best show of the weekend that I saw.
Yeah,
100%.
Because if you did the top 5 matches to Takeover, top 5 matches WrestleMania, the Takeover ones were better.
And we had a great heel turn with Roddy Strong.
Oh yeah, that was great.
I did not see coming.
No, I was like even confused as he was doing it. I'm like,
Jason's
is he like
Shannon, Shannon, that's his partner. I'm like, what's going on?
Well, and it was so good because people want to cheer Pete Dunne anyway.
Yeah.
So
right.
You might as well make him a face. And I love Roderick Strong, but his face character is not the best.
He was white bread,
he was a heel in the stuff I've seen from PWG that you let me, and he was really good there. And so now he's one of the best wrestlers, and he automatically has a great heel gimmick in that stable. So
and everybody hates him because they turn on Pete Dunne.
Yes. Yep.
And then he joins Adam Cole in the Undisputed Era, and they're just God, so good. Adam Cole has the best facial expressions.
Adam Cole's the best.
WWE
I need an Undisputed Era t-shirt, like bad.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep. And we had like other new champs. We had Shayna Baszler finally winning.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then I thought it was cool, and I was Ember's on the main roster, and she had a really good debut. So
she did.
She'll probably be a beast and kind of run the division for a while.
Yeah.
But it was a good match. Ember Moon did the Eclipse off the top rope. That was great.
That outside, that was great. I don't know how she doesn't botch that.
Mm-hmm.
She's amazing. And I really, like you said, she had an amazing debut. She went out there and just wrecked house. didn't
Mhm.
hold anything back, and I'm like,
Pinned
oh God,
Alexa.
please let the women wrestle. Like, it
Yeah.
seems to me like WWE holds them back. Like they were better in NXT. What's going on? Than what they're letting them do in the ring, and so it's a little frustrating. And she came out there and she was like, "Nope, it's my show."
Yeah, she had a good impression.
Yeah, and then
And what do you guys think of Al Black winning?
that was so good.
Awesome.
I'm great.
I didn't expect it. Like,
Me
I thought it
neither.
was too soon for him.
Yeah,
He's on my
no.
fantasy team, so that was great.
That's
That's good.
because remember our theory before was the one guy that's forgettable, that's not forgettable anymore.
Andrade?
Yeah.
No. Andrade is forgettable. The guy-
Drew McIntyre?
Drew McIntyre. Because remember the match between Drew McIntyre and Andrade? Like, the rumor was Drew McIntyre was supposed to retain, but he got injured during the match and they had to close it off real fast. And he actually did get injured, which is why he's out. So it led credibility to that rumor. And so all this time, and don't get me wrong, he has done amazing with the title. Like that match he had
Him and Zelina against Gargano.
Gargano was phenomenal. But so I'm not saying he doesn't deserve it, but I'm wondering if he's been a transition guy and they've been looking for someone else to put it on, because it seemed, like you said, it seemed kind of quick to pop it over to somebody else. Not that Aleister Black doesn't deserve it. Aleister Black's really great too. So overall, I'm fine.
I still think Andrade might come up to the main roster here soon. Honestly.
I don't know.
He already
There were
debuted in the Royal Rumble, was it? Wasn't he in that?
Yeah, the Rumble. Yeah.
Yeah, he was. NXT just taped, and
Was he on the tapings?
Yeah, he was there.
Oh, never mind.
So I'm not sure.
I knew that he wasn't on last night, so I just wasn't sure.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
But I'm pumped to see where they go with Al Black. Like, I didn't expect it, so I'm really interested. A lot of these NXT things, like, I'm really interested, where do they go from here? There's not a lot of writing on the wall. Seems like obvious choices, so they could go a lot of different directions.
But I bet it'll be good, whatever they come up with. As it usually is.
Then the best match of the weekend, in my opinion, Gargano versus Ciampa.
Is it
Was
Gargano?
everything I wanted.
Is it Gargano or Gargano? Because the actual announcers both say it differently. And sometimes the one guy says it both ways. So I'm like, I don't know how to say his name. So I don't care.
It's Johnny fucking Wrestling.
There we go. So Johnny.
He is so good.
He is my favorite right now, just top to bottom. And that match was, I love the slow build, which you rarely see in WWE, at least anymore.
It took forever.
And it took forever, and it was a perfect payoff. It was like absolutely perfect from Ciampa, from Gargano not hitting him with the crutch, and Ciampa stealing the crutch from the disabled fan was great, who was immediately whisked away.
Yeah.
But then well, yeah,
Ciampa,
Gargano.
They had to help him out.
I know. Yeah, carry him out. And then Gargano going to sit next to him like they've done before, kind of feeling bad for him. And Ciampa, I'm going to sucker punch you.
Time out. When they sat down, Jason's yelling, "No, he's being
and that's what WWE does a lot, is they make their faces look like idiots, where they'll fall for anything. And it was perfect that Ciampa went to swing him, and he put him right in the Gargano.
Yeah, Gargano was waiting for it. He knew that he was going to do that.
Yeah, like I love that when they don't treat him like idiots.
Yeah.
Then he switched it over and used his own knee brace and started
and he tapped immediately.
Never see that. Never.
Horrible. He knows it.
That was a great match, and that was fantastic storytelling.
And just to go from the beginning too, just from start to end, Ciampa comes out, no music, just walks.
That was great.
God, everybody's chanting.
Hear the music.
Yes.
Like that was so much better because you could just hear all the hate. Yeah. It was so good. I've watched that match twice, and I want to go watch it again right now because it's so freaking good.
It was really good.
He might. The Observer hasn't came out this week, but Gargano might have put on back-to-back 5-star matches at takeovers, which would be incredible.
He may have, yeah.
Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me. Either way, I don't. Even if it's 4, that is one of my favorite matches in a long time.
Ciampa and Gargano, between the two of them combined, might have 1% body fat. By the way, right?
Oh yeah,
yeah. I think they worked out.
I was like,
Ciampa is so cut. You can see every vein in that dude's body.
I know. It's kind of weird.
I don't like that. Yeah.
Gargano pulled up his I think they were on the table or something, and Gargano pulled up his Speedo a little bit and just.
Oh yeah, that was great.
He has the tightest ass.
Little bit.
He has the tightest ass.
He gave the guy a G-string.
Feeling some feelings.
Ladies and gentlemen, here's Ciampa's S.
Tommaso Ciampa.
Well done, sir.
But all in all, NXT, that was like one of the best wrestling shows in whole I've ever seen.
Totally. I watched it. You know, talking about too much wrestling. I had Monday off, and I watched Takeover in its entirety. I watched Wrestlemania.
Playing it again.
It was. I mean, that show was. There's not a bad match on it. They're all super enjoyable.
We started watching wrestling at noon on Wrestlemania Day, Rusev Day, Wrestlemania Day, and then so I didn't make it. I totally fell asleep for the last few matches. I was just out, and then so I woke up in the morning and Jason's got wrestling going. I'm like, thank you, because I was like, I don't want to see what I missed.
Had to be done.
Yeah. It's not my fault. I get tired.
Whew. It's a great show.
Good wrestling.
Anyway.
And you didn't watch Supercard.
Nope. I've seen like what happens at the end. And
before we move on,
I know who wins.
Before we move on to Ring of Honor, I just wanted to kind of cover other people that came out. Finish up WWE, kind of just the iconic duo.
Yep.
Finally
the Iconics,
debuted.
they're calling it.
The Iconics. Why?
With two eyes, I think.
Yeah, that's
Iconics.
fine. But why switch their name?
I guess the rumor is that there's another country who has another company that has iconic duo trademarked.
Maybe you figure that out in NXT.
On NXT.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, and then Carmella came out.
They had a great,
God.
great intro. And I was even thinking, I even said to you, Shannon, like, how come Becky's not coming to help? Like, they're really beating the shit out of her. And then I felt like an idiot as soon as Carmella's music hit.
Yeah.
And how
I'm like, oh yeah, that's why.
Mike Chioda.
What was
It took
that?
him like 30 seconds. I said, how dumb is Mike
Oh
Chioda?
god, that
my
rap is
God.
his first day.
You want me to cash in? But Carmella's here.
I was waiting for when she went to pin her. Do you want me to count? Like, is that what you want?
I
It was
tweeted
ridiculous.
on her account. I'm like, is this ref's first freaking day? Like, what the hell? This is too much. I know they were trying to.
It was a little overboard.
It was way overboard.
Wait. He even started walking, to start it, and then he's like, wait, hold on.
Yeah.
I do love when Carmella starts yelling, though. It's hilarious.
It's like way up there. Yeah.
That was a great passion.
There's like nothing higher pitched than her voice in the world. But yeah, and I like screamed. I was so happy that she cashed in and was successful because I just think that always adds a lot of fun to the mix. It's
it's super exciting whenever a cash in happens because I mean they're rare.
Yeah.
And
Such
she
a
had it so
fizzle
long.
Yeah, and it's such a
I
fizzle.
figured it would happen at Mania, so I kept we just kept
Yeah.
like FABU like all the time, but then they lulled me like I totally forgot about it while they were beating the shit out of Charlotte.
That's funny.
It was well done.
Another great thing from SmackDown, Shinsuke. I'm all for heel
Hitting
Shinsuke.
dicks,
Yeah, I'm down for it.
just hitting dicks.
That's like
What did he say to Renee when they were asking like, "Oh, I don't speak English"?
Sorry, no speak English.
Yeah, like what a dick.
That was great. And he actually, he was talking before that. He was speaking better English than he ever has. Before.
I know.
Yeah.
Well, he's got those dick hittings out of the way. Easier to focus. He hasn't hit dicks in a long time.
Why are we calling him the Murph dog?
Oh, I'm sorry. I was bored doing the minutes at 205 Live.
I'm like,
Buddy Murphy attacked
Is
Cedric
that a
Alexander.
thing? Murph dog?
No.
Like, I don't
That's
think
what
I give.
things.
I give horrible nicknames to people.
No.
Yeah.
What's one do you have for Sami Zayn? I can't remember what it was.
Oh,
Maybe you just say something different every time, but it's always hilarious.
I don't
I
remember.
don't remember his either.
I
will
know.
later.
Chad Gable.
Sammy Hoo-Ha or Woo-Wah or something? I don't know.
Oh, Sammy Wow Wow. That's from a Gable Cuddies.
Oh.
Sammy Wawa.
Chad Gable called him that once.
Oh.
And I really liked it.
And
And I don't know why I called him Gable Cuddies.
I know why. You were a mess that
Yeah.
night.
I was impaired. I was overserved that night.
Well, then
I even wrote it down so I'd remember it. It's like, this isn't funny.
we were watching, speaking of nicknames, we were watching the PWG DVDs. And,
Yeah, we gotta get those back to you soon.
I got some more for you guys, too.
Oh, cool, we'll trade.
Cobb was on, and Jason's like, you can't even give a nickname to a guy like Cobb because, like, his name's already short enough, right? I go, I got it. The Cobberator. Take his name and just make it as long as
Ridiculously long.
possible.
Yeah.
That's great.
So yeah, when we watch wrestling, we often just try to come up with the worst
Yeah,
nicknames.
there's times
Totally
there
impractical.
have
They
been
don't
times
save any time.
when I've missed the match.
They at least
ending,
double the
'cause,
syllables.
yeah. I'm like, whoa, who won that? I just missed the whole thing. Anyway, okay, so yeah, we can go ahead and go into Ring of Honor now, I think.
I mean, I need to rewatch it. It was the Omega Cody match is the one that sticks out to me the most. So.
Yeah.
So the Bucks came out and were going to help Kenny, and then they, of course, accidentally super kicked Kenny, and Cody celebrated, and he won, and he was. I felt like that was Cody needed that win.
Brandy
Yeah.
got hurt though.
And Cody
Yeah.
did not care. He just wanted to win the match.
Well,
No, her
he's
best
gotta
friend
stay
flipped.
focused.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We got some background information if you watch episode 100 of Being the Elite. Have you seen it?
it's
24
bittersweet.
minutes, by the way. That's the longest one, I
Did you
think.
see it?
Bittersweet.
Yeah. I've seen that. Yeah, I watched that.
Okay.
Might be the last one.
It's called Finale, right?
I don't
Oh,
know
I
if
never-
it is.
The
I don't know if it's called Finale.
The title
I
is
don't know if-
Finale.
They're hinting it's the last one.
It's very
Really?
Yeah,
Yeah, it
kind of ends very sadly.
it's really, really a bummer. But they show like Flip Gordon taking Brandy to the hospital and
With the worst EMT of all time.
the worst EMT. I think
He's laughing like as the camera's cutting away.
I think he copped a feel too, by the way. He got
Yeah.
a little handsy
Yeah.
there.
Yeah.
But also too Kenny, the backstage, did not forgive the Young Bucks. They came back asking for
No.
forgiveness. Then Cody wanted to party and the Young Bucks just weren't into it. Oh, and my guy, the villain,
Record deal.
he got a record deal and he is gone.
Yeah, he left being the elite.
He left being the elite completely. And you know what I was hoping?
Sad.
How stupid am I? You know what I was hoping?
Hmm.
I was hoping he would show up on Raw or SmackDown. I was like,
I don't want him.
I kind of don't, but then if he's leaving there, like, I want to see him. So
I don't
Or
think he's
205
I don't think he's
Live.
really going to
Marty
sing.
Skrull can't disappear. Like,
No. And then I love the touch where they all wanted a party and Cody wanted a party and no one did. And it just ended very sadly for Cody.
Yeah.
Like
Mhm.
it's lonely at the top.
yeah,
Yeah, with his bear.
yeah.
He's
Yeah, the business
all
bear.
fucking business. Like I love how serious he got. Like no.
I was very mad
Ugh.
at how stock piano music could make me feel so sad. Like,
Yeah.
Oh God.
And I feel bad for a guy who's a
who's
complete
a terrible
shitbag.
person.
He was a huge dickhead.
But that
Maybe-
show
poor
does,
man.
like in the whole Kenny not forgiving, like what this dumb YouTube thing has done is give depth that wrestling doesn't usually have, where you
Mhm.
can where Kenny's coming from.
Hmm.
Like
Right.
it's way better than it should be.
Yeah,
Gotta love wrestling.
I love that wrestling.
Love it.
Did you guys watch the Andre doc?
I did.
No, not yet.
You want
Okay, it was very
spoilers?
good.
Just
I
spoilers?
know. No, does
died.
he die at the end? Oh,
Yes.
Yep.
He
Yep.
does.
Shit.
Sorry.
Nope.
Yeah.
No, it's
And
good. I
there-
felt like I could have covered a lot more.
Mhm.
They were
They
a
had to
little,
put it in the mainstream.
they were a little
Yeah.
nice about some parts too that I thought were like,
Yeah.
okay, that's a
Right.
dick move. But
Yeah, like there's some things that Andre did that weren't very good, but they're like, oh, that's how he was.
Yeah,
That's just Andre.
Yeah. And I mean,
Okay.
but like I do feel bad. Like they did a good job of just highlighting how hard it was for him to live in this world.
yeah.
But
Um,
he made the
how-
call
just
not
in case
to
someone
have
doesn't-
surgery.
Just in case people don't know, where can they see that Andre
It's on
documentary?
HBO.
It's on HBO only.
Yeah.
That's the only place to watch it.
Yes,
HBO
it's an
Go.
HBO
So-
produced documentary.
And what is it called?
But they had access to everything WWE. Vince is in it. You see Vince cry, which is a very surreal moment.
It's a work.
It's
They busted.
it's
You know
really
the
good. But it's just for
smelling
me.
salts? They busted open like 29 of those fuckers trying
Yeah.
to get him to cry.
Mhm. And then Brock came in and just started bashing him with elbows.
Just gushing blood. Andre was
then,
a great
then
guy.
it got gross.
Gross.
No, but it's good.
It is.
Yeah,
It's,
I need to
it's
watch it.
sad and tragic though.
Yeah.
Don't expect anything happy out of it, but it's
Oh, I don't.
definitely worth watching because what they do is they go back to like his childhood and then his early wrestling days, which covers a lot of the territories and wrestling territories and explains how the territories actually helped promote him and
Mhm.
spread his fame and his like the myth of him. And
Yeah,
then
that was
when-
maybe my favorite part was those old territory days.
Yeah, and they had
seeing-
a lot of footage from that. So that
Yeah.
was really cool. And
Yeah.
then explaining all that and then WWE bringing it all together. So that was really interesting.
yeah,
Mhm.
a lot of Hogan, a lot of Vince, a lot of Ric Flair talking about his dick.
Yeah, Ric Flair liked his dick.
Like, of course, it's Flair.
Yeah, always Flair.
Yeah, they do a good job too. I think of not glossing over that. He was a shitty dad, and
Yeah.
his daughter was on, and just like, but they kind of, I didn't like where they explained away. And then, I mean, I guess there's really, you can't talk to him. Just, yeah, he wanted to be with his daughter, but just this wrestling lifestyle, and then he's retired and still doesn't.
Yeah, you were retired
contact
for
her.
years. Like,
Yeah.
and then
I don't know.
whatever. And you had people caretaking your house, like, but whatever, that's fine.
Mhm.
Oh, bye, Zach. He didn't like us talking bad about Andre.
Well, tough titties.
He is not happy with us.
Tough titties.
I just, there's another point of view there. That's all.
Mhm.
I know Andre was a really, really good guy, and I know he had a tough life, but
Yep.
it's just one of those things. No human's perfect. And
No, people are complicated.
and I think that the documentary did a good job of showing the person.
Yeah.
As a
I
human
was glad they did that part.
Yeah.
And what I thought was really interesting, because I saw an AMA by the guy who made the documentary, and someone asked him, what did you cut out that you were kind of bummed to? And they interviewed Stephanie, and he said
Yeah,
she had
Stephanie
a very
loved him.
yeah, and a lot of little kids did. He liked kids, and he said it felt somewhat disrespectful to his daughter to leave that in when he never really did that with her. And he said that was kind of the part that I really would like to have asked him, was like, why did you have this uncle, like, personality with all these kids, except you didn't even have that uncle thing with your daughter?
Now I see. I think that should have been left in to show the contrast. I mean, it was.
Yeah.
It wasn't like he shunned all children or something.
I mean, they did
don't
talk about how kids looked up to him. And he
Eh,
liked
you know
kids
what I
and
mean,
that.
though.
Yeah. But
All
I
right.
don't know.
Do you think Zach's coming back?
Well, I think we're almost about to wrap up anyway.
We are,
so-
but I was gonna let him say goodbye, but I guess not.
No. Nope.
You know what? Screw him. Right?
Yep. He can let us know his feedback. Here, he's texting me. Yeah, he said his computer crapped out, but he said we were close to done anyway.
All right,
so,
cool. All right, well, that's our show for this week. Thanks again for listening to Kipping Up with Wrestling. Be sure to check us out on our website at kippingupwithwrestling.com. And you can see all the ways to interact with us at that place. That's about all we got. Email us with any corrections, feedback, and maybe some interview opportunities at contact@kippingupwithwrestling.com.
Thank you for listening to Kipping Up with Wrestling. Make sure to subscribe and follow us on YouTube, Tumblr, and Twitter.